Hello, my fellow Aquarians. Welcome to the Crow Tarot. We are going to be looking at your second half of April general reading here. We're going to start off with some animal energy. Wouldn't have it any other way. So let's see, what is the animal energy from Aquas for second half of April? Please and thank you. Animal energy for Aquas for second half of April. Oh gosh, okay. I just got really excited. So we got the zebra. Ooh, I really love this energy for so many different reasons. Okay, so the first thing that I want to draw your attention to is the black and white of the zebra coat, right? Black and white, yin and yang, right? Balance, two pairs coming together, and together they are equal and in alignment with each other, right? Zebra energy is also about really good counseling and advice. Zebra energy denotes a beautiful listener, someone who can really listen. And look at those ears, listening ears those are, you know what I mean? Right? I mean, the zebra's ears are like that because of its place in the food chain. They need to be able to hear danger from far off, right? But this is a beautiful energy, and I'm so excited to see what comes up in these cards. It just comes out so rarely, and I absolutely, when the zebra comes up, I just know that really wonderful, lovely energies, circumstances, people are on their way, and I absolutely love that. Yeah, for me, the zebra is very much about a yin and a yang, right? Partnership of all different kinds, right? Reciprocity, for sure. So let's see what's going on from Aquas with this zebra energy coming up. I love it so much. Okay. So we got 9 of Wands. Okay, so I don't know about y'all. I mean, I've definitely been feeling a bit 9 of Wands. So 9 of Wands is, you know, there's been a lot of effort here that brings you to the 9 of Wands before you can get to the 10 of Wands and you finally put that load down, right? And you go back to the Ace of Wands, which is that initial burst of energy and fervor and gusto, right? And forward movement. This is like, you know what? I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to keep on trucking. But I'm a little tired, right? But I do see the sun behind the clouds here. I see it. Can't always feel it, but I know it's there. Type feeling here, right? Ooh. Okay, let's see what else is going on from Aquas. Let's see what's going on. All right. 4 of Cups, y'all. 4 of Cups. So this denotes a couple of things. So on one hand, yes, this can be, you know, feeling a little overly choosy, right? It's like getting that Christmas present as a kid, and you are so sure that it's going to be, I don't know, a Barbie dream house, for example. And then it's like, you know, just a lot of socks, right? And instead of going, oh, well, at least my feet will always be warm until, you know, I'm old and gray because there are so many socks here, right? But going, oh, but it's not what I asked for, right? This can speak of the universe giving you gifts and opportunities that may take you a minute to discern and see the benefit in, right? But this also means these gifts and opportunities from the universe coming in all of a sudden, from out of nowhere, right? And quickly, right? Okay, let's see what else is going on. See what else is going on from Aquas here. Yeah, see, and I had a feeling it was going in this direction because the zebra is here, and the zebra is always positive. Listen, guys, this is 9 of Cups, right? What do we say? This is wish fulfillment, right? It very much feels like this is a progressive storyline here, right? But a lot of work and effort and movement, right? Coming up here in the past energy, but kept on trucking, right? Things happening at an interesting speed and pace, right? It could be a lot of things all at once, and then it gets kind of slow, and then it's like, what's going on? and things are happening, but in a way where you're like, oh, it just feels like I keep hearing the word compromise. You know what? Zebra's about compromise too. There could be a lot of situations where you've had to compromise the outcome, I'm hearing, right? But also compromise within the steps and effort to reach a given outcome that suits your greater good. That's what this feels like to me. And then hanging in there, because this very much feels like you've been hanging in there, leads to Nine of Cups wish fulfillment, right? And what's after Nine of Cups? 10 of Cups. The whole kit and caboodle, right? The whole shebang. Let's get some clarifiers here. Let's get a clarifier for this Nine of Wands here. I gotta say, I like the Nine of Wands. Because for me, it's the opposite of giving up. It's persevering, even through those challenging times. Let's get a clarifier for this Nine of Wands. That's okay, I love this. So we got Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. This is, what goes up will go down, what's down will inevitably go back up again. I do feel like it's been a little down. I mean, not completely all the way down, but I do feel like there's, we're coming into an energy here where it's been a bit like, wow, things were going really well, and now we're getting into the finer points of things, and it's a bit of like, what are we doing? I just got the image of the Tin Man. Oh my God, I just got the image of the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz. And it's that moment, this very much, this Nine of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, feels like the moment before Sweet Dorothy comes along and puts the oil on the Tin Man, which loosens up his joints, right? That's what this very much feels like, the Tin Man before he gets nice and oiled, right? When he's still rusty. That's what this feels like. But Wheel of Fortune, it came up in the upright. Things are about to be turning around, moving forward, right? The odds are in your favor. I just heard that. The odds are in your favor. Actually, what I'm hearing is maybe this time from Cabaret. Odds are in your favor. Okay, let's get a clarifier for this Four of Cups here. Four of Cups. Eight of Cups. Yep, okay, let's speak on this. We got a lot of cups here. Yeah. Four of Cups, Eight of Cups. So Eight of Cups, just in the base case, is walking away or moving past, either emotional situations that no longer serve or situations that aren't emotional that no longer serve us emotionally. But this really feels like, I feel like for some of you, honestly, I feel like some of you, there's some holding on to wanting things with either people or situations to work out a certain way. It's that Christmas present. You get the socks. You get that bundle of socks. And it's that holding on. And I think, because of this Nine of Wands here, it feels very much that you guys might finally be figuring out during this last half of April. And again, I say this a lot, but it's so true, that the more you focus on what you already have to be grateful for, the more you're going to manifest to be grateful for. That's the more you focus on what you have that's working, right? I think that this is going to come on pretty quickly here too. And this very much is, I'm really connecting with this idea of these, I keep hearing a turnaround, right? A turnaround that comes in very quickly and seemingly out of nowhere the minute that you let go of expectations around it. Ooh, just heard that. That's it. That's it. Now, let's get a clarifier for this Nine of Cups here. Yes, Nine of Cups. Clarifier for this Nine of Cups. And again, I'm hearing ebb and flow. I know I've heard this for us before, but this very much feels like there's been a lot of ebb and flow. Oh my God, again. I'm so obsessed, but I'm going to finish what I was saying first. It feels like there's been a lot of ebb and flow, and things are about to be more even and steady. I'm seeing the image of like a very still lake with just the occasional like raindrop or ripple on the water. And it feels good. It doesn't feel stagnant. It feels very good. Right? Steady. I feel like you guys are going to be, after these energies pass through, this Nine of Wands, which I have to say, I feel very much like kudos should be given, because this Nine of Wands very much feels like persevering, even when, especially when it's been difficult to do so, right? You're moving through some attachment or expectations around the way that things should be going, whether this is work or people, but this, you know, these cups here, so something emotional, right? Which takes us to Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, and then the Four of Wands? Really? Let's talk about Four of Wands. Okay. So, since we know that this is wish fulfillment, right? Four of Wands is very much about happy home and family. Let's just talk about the progression of the wands, right? So we have the Ace of Wands, which is that initial burst of energy, right? Ooh, I got all this energy. I'm wide awake and I'm feeling it and I'm gonna go. And then we get to Two of Wands, which is like, oh, well, I should probably get a roadmap together so that I know where to go, but I need to take some time to build the map, right? Then we get to Three of Wands. Okay, I have the map, but now I need to discern which road on the map to take, which one is the shortest distance to my destination, right? Then Four of Wands. I did it. I got there. This very much feels to me like this is the reward for long travels and a lot of hard work, and maybe even some frustration. And this is just all the good feels, right? 1111, manifestation of a lot of things that you've been wanting. Oh my God, thank you. They just pointed something out. Oh my God, they just pointed something out, because I have to tell you, remember when I said the yin and yang aspect of the zebra card here, yin and yang? This also represents a twin flame connection for me because of the yin and yang aspect, the black and white and the balanced aspect of it. And then we know that Four of Wands, okay? So, but even if you're not a twin flame, this is why I'm obsessed with this. Because it very much feels like, because they just said to me, when do you appreciate something the most? Do you appreciate it when it comes easily and it literally just falls out of the sky, right? And you didn't have to work for it? Or do you appreciate it the most when you know exactly what it's like to go a long while without having it, right? And then it comes. I'm telling you, this very much feels like a blueprint. It feels like a progression of putting in the work and keeping the faith, cutting out things that no longer serve you. And I have to tell you, this very much could be two things. It could be both for you. If you have people around you that are in, in mindsets that could kind of tilt towards the negative at times, or people that you've outgrown, this is releasing those relationships and connections, right? And leaving more room for new connections to come in. That's what this feels like. But it's like you put in the work, you didn't give up. Then you did the even, which is can be even more difficult in some aspects of releasing thought patterns and expectations around people and or situations that are just not in alignment with you, because it feels very much like we've been wanting things to go a certain way, like seeing and that can be kind of the curse of being an Aquarian as well sometimes, because we are very clear seers. Right? A lot of us are very visual, right? Don't have to be, but a lot of us are. And sometimes we can see possibilities of different timelines and different outcomes, and then we get attached to one. And then we focus on it, we focus on it, and we focus on it, and then it doesn't turn out exactly the way that we thought. And the minute that we're okay with that possibility, and what are we talking about here? We're talking about surrender. That's what we're talking about here. Surrender and walking in faith. That the universe is working very much with you and on you to release you from energies and situations that are keeping you from all this good. This Nine of Cups and this Four of Wands. This is a killer combo and a very sexy duo, if I do say so myself, right? And this very much feels like a point of completion and a reward. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like a point of completion and a reward. It really, really does. Let's get some oracles, why don't we, though? Oracles. I do feel like, because we do have so many cups here, cups and wands, I just heard something. It's a quote from a book I really love. Magic is desire made real. Magic is desire made real. I feel like if you can change the script in your head to I desire, not something specific, but I desire what is in my highest and best good of all involved and in divine timing, then it's going to come on like a tidal wave and just be like, oh my God, like you finally accept the socks. I'm just going to keep going back to this terrible metaphor. You finally accept the socks, right? You start to see the good in the socks, and then bam, Barbie dream house, or whatever that is for you. Whatever your own dream house. Oh, Barbie dream house, happy home. Yeah. I just heard something. If any of you watching this are single or in separation from someone that you're romantically linked to, or really in a place where you are ready for love and partnership and commitment. This is for those who are really in a place for commitment, what I'm about to say here. I just heard that if any of you have been kind of thinking like, wow, I really love my alone time, but it would be really nice to come home to someone. I literally am hearing this for a group of you, that you are moving to a place where you are going to have someone that you're coming home to, and someone who's going to be coming home to you. Interesting. This is not just about you. This is about the person that you're manifesting as well, and a happy home dynamic as well. I just heard that. Those of you who are in a place where you're wanting to manifest romantic love, someone is also working on that and manifesting you as well. And I do feel like there's a lot of mirroring here. I really, really do. Sometimes it can really help to flip that perspective and go, okay, it's not just me, but perhaps the person that the universe is bringing towards me that's in my highest and best good. Not Joe or Adam or Linda or Maggie, right? Lose the specifics around it, because the universe has a really hard time working with specifics in this context, right? But if you leave it open and give the universe that blank space, right? That blank writing tablet that says, you know what, bring me who's in my best and highest good. I don't have any more attachment as to who that is, right? Then it's like, shabam. You're like, wow. This is amazing, right? Because it's also when you realize that expectations are limitations, it really frees up your energy to where you are a manifestation magnet, right? Again, it's time to kind of release and let go of some of the specifics around the life that you want. Goldie Hawn, I read this quote from Goldie Hawn recently that said when she was a little girl and she was asked what she wanted to be when she grew up, she said, I want to be happy. And the person said to her, I think it was like an auntie or something, said, well, that's not an occupation. Like, no, what do you want to be? Like, do you want to be a dancer, an actor, a nurse, whatever? And she was like, no, I want to be happy. That's my goal. Thank you. As a child. And I think that's beautiful. I think that she was tapping into something really profound there, because happy is specific, but it's not overly specific. It's not like, oh, I want to be this. I just know how I want to feel. So perhaps taking the specificity off a certain outcome and putting it more towards how you want to feel. Right? Woo. Yes. Okay. Let's get an oracle. Oracle from Aquas. Oracle from the Aquas. Oh my God. Okay. Summer solstice. Radiance. I absolutely love this. Let's talk. So I feel like this is linking up really beautifully with this. So you see the sun here and then the sunflowers. And then we have the summer solstice radiance here. I do feel like we can take this literally in a certain aspect. Because I will tell you, the aqua readings that I've been doing for private readings and otherwise, and not just for aquas, but largely for aquas, has been that summertime in particular is going to be especially healing and especially ripe for karmic returns, right? So a lot of the 9 of Wands and effort that you've been putting in and the effort of walking away and releasing expectations around outcomes leads to a beautiful bounty, a lot to be grateful for, right? But this is also heat. So let's talk about it. This is also heat and passion, right? Four of Wands. We also got lake, stillness, stillness. I absolutely love this, right? Now let's talk. Let's talk about this, how this story is playing out here. Because I really do feel, again, like we're looking at a blueprint, except that I feel like it kind of goes like that. Can I hold all these? Okay. Right? This stillness here is very much speaking to me of, this is the physical representation of releasing those expectations that we spoke about. Trust that you have already put in the effort, right? Trust, you know, I really feel like for a lot of you, right? It's about framing exactly, you know, having in your mind what you want without the specifics behind it. Again, I want to be happy. I want a committed partnership, right? Because does it really matter specifically who that is? If the universe has someone really special for you, it could be someone from the past, very much so, or it could be someone that you haven't even met yet, maybe you have a past life connection with even, that is literally waiting in the wings for you to let go of these expectations so that they can come on through, because they're manifesting you too. I keep hearing that. I keep hearing that. And I keep hearing that the odds are very much in your favor. I'm also hearing that summertime, even if it's going to be very busy, just logistically, I feel like it's gonna feel very effortless. I feel like there's been a lot of effort coming in here, but it is going to feel very effortless. And look at how beautiful these go together, because it's like summertime and the lake. These two things go together really, really well, right? Like two matching socks. I'm gonna call this reading the socks. No, I won't do that. But this is really, really beautiful. I'm also hearing quite literally that things are going to heat up in a really beautiful way, because I do feel a lot of passion here. Passion and sexual connection with a soulmate and or twin flame. The label it really could not matter less, okay? But I absolutely feel that this is coming, and I feel like you're gonna feel this really distinctly as the warm weather builds and builds and builds. I feel like we are looking at the beginning of something that is going to last a long time. Does that make sense? This is not like a transient energy. I feel like I'm looking at something that once this manifests, it's just like, it's gonna be in that energy for a long while. And I really like that. And I think as Aquarians, it's like sometimes we can have trouble with change. We are fixed signs, right? So it certainly makes me happy to say, like, where we're getting to, we will stay in for a good long while, and it's going to be a beautiful spot, because it just look at this lake, stillness, and summer solstice. This really feels like we're moving into a place of receiving a lot of the benefit from the work that we've put in. But to really receive this all the way, we've got to trust that we put in the work to get here, and that the universe has gotten the memo of what we desire. Because if it's not meant to be yours, then why would you desire it, right? And again, I'm not talking about specifics. I'm not talking about, well, I really want, you know, I don't know, Bob. And so he's meant to be mine. No. Let's take that down to the brass tacks. What do you want? Do you want Bob, or do you want long-lasting love, right? Do you want to be a, you know, I don't know, a lawyer at a big law firm, or do you want to be happy? Can you ask for happiness and let the universe work out the specifics? It's very much what this feels like. Let's get a last oracle for us. I have this new little baby doll oracle deck here. I call it baby doll because it's small. It fits my hands really well. You know who makes these? I just got this in the mail. Laura over at the Happiness Coach. She makes these oracle cards, and I absolutely love them so much. So let's just get a last oracle. Last oracle here. Hold on, I'm hearing something. Okay. So what I just heard is that something big is coming that you've been wanting for a long time. And once you release the specifics around it, do not be surprised if what you were specific or someone you were specific about wanting actually shows up kind of out of thin air. I just heard out of thin air. In the stillness. I just heard that. Get ready to be surprised and expect the unexpected. I literally just heard that. They're being funny because they're only telling me so much, because it's like we can get very attached to specifics just as humans, let alone Aquarians. But they're literally like, yeah, we're just going to tell you to get ready, expect the unexpected, and the reward is just going to be something that has true staying power, and I absolutely love that. Okay, let's get an oracle. Power. You have the power within you to create a change. This is exactly what I've been saying about letting go of those specifics. Please let go of the specifics. Whatever blueprint we create for ourselves that has specifics within it is nothing compared to the divine blueprint. Which blueprint, think about this, which blueprint would you prefer? One that you made with your human hands and your human mind, or one that's divinely sent and guided? Huh? Which one would you prefer? I am telling you, it very much feels like the universe, your guides, your people, right? The lesson in this is letting go of a certain outcome, and then you're going to get the outcome that you wanted, but only because you released expectations around it. Oh my God, isn't this the way? Isn't that always the way? This is what it is. I feel very excited about this. Oh my gosh, one other thing. I also feel like in learning this lesson, this is going to be such a lesson where you receive, what you wanted in such a beautiful and unexpected way. And because you went through this time of not having it, releasing the expectations around the outcome, and then you're going to get it in such a big way, you're going to be able to turn around and help others who are going to be where you are right now. Sometimes we really do learn lessons, and the greatest gift is that we can turn around and help others who have to learn the same lesson, right? Which is also lining up really beautifully with the zebra energy. And one last note about the zebra too that I'm hearing. I do feel like in a lot of aspects, we really want to stay mindful here of our mind, body, spirit, connection, and balance. Make sure that you're not putting too much emphasis on one of those things and leaving two out in the cold, or, whatever have you. I'm hearing that's really important, because when this happy home, when you get what you want, because that's what you're going to get, what you want. It just may come differently than you thought, or may look a little bit differently, but it is going to be what you want. Wish fulfillment, Four of Wands. There's no other way to interpret these cards. Okay? This is not creative interpretation. This is what these are. Sometimes I really go off script and I, whatever, but I get a little avant-garde with my readings, if you guys have not noticed. But this is really getting what you want. And I'm really hearing that in order to be able to receive this and have it be the whole shebang, it's about reaching that place of balance. Because if we have a mind, body, spirit, true balance around that, and that's hard. I'm not even going to sit here and pretend like that's easy or it comes with a freaking manual. It doesn't. It's a lot of trial and error, isn't it though? But the balance is a lot harder to achieve when someone else, like a person or a new job or a situation, comes in and you get what you want. And then if you aren't balanced, you're like, oh crap, I have to make up for lost time here, and I have to get it together. Because when this new person and or situation comes to you that you've really been wanting, it's going to require a lot of time, right? Like a lot of time. If this is a person, if this is a twin flame, if this is a soulmate, or even if it is like a new job, right? That's going to take a lot of time to learn and get to know and really sit with, because it's suddenly your time is not all yours anymore, right? So get that balance down now and really enjoy this time before you get what you want. Really enjoy this time before you get what you want. It is right freaking here. And you're going to appreciate it so much more because it hasn't been a joyride completely getting here. Does that make sense? But it's right here. And I just like on a side note, somewhat of a side note, I do feel like if you are a twin flame watching this, that this is really about a lot, because look at this. 4 of Wands. April is the 4th month of the year, right? I really feel like there's going to be a lot of illumination and healing and growth around the twin flame and or soulmate connection that relates to you right now. And that's going to be different for different people, but that's what it feels like to me in such a big way. But my beautiful aquas, I so hope that this has helped you and resonated with you. If it wasn't, it did, please let me know in the comments below. Y'all know that I love you the most, fellow aquas. And with that being said, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you watching. I really appreciate it. But most of all, thank you for being you, truly. And be well. Until next time.